Hey, good morning. I just thought I'd make this video for a sneak preview for the day to come, you know. Whew. Been looking forward to today. I'm feeling better, man. That flu, I'm telling you, you don't play with the flu. It'll bring a grown man to his knees. My wife told me that she says, why is it, man? She says, you know, men are supposed to be tough and bold and strong and, you know, macho. But why is it that every time you get sick, you're the biggest sissy in the world? Worse than my wife. My wife can deal with, I guess she's got menstrual cramps. She says those are worse than the flu, you know, sometimes. But, man, I'll tell you, look at all this. My neighbor, I'm really feeling bad for that dude. You know, there's an old saying goes that good men that suffer, the friends suffer with them. And I'm telling you, man, I'm really feeling bad for this neighbor guy of mine. He's having to tear apart his whole backyard and sell just everything and get rid of a lot of stuff. He did give me that filing cabinet that I'm going to turn into a toolbox. It's got two big drawers on the bottom and dual fold out butterfly doors on the top. Might even paint the Limster on it somewhere. I sure am glad to have that. I love that cabinet. But I'll tell you why he's had to tear the yard up. He's having to sell the place, you know. He's having to sell the place and get it done and over with because he's going through a divorce. He came home one night, unannounced, supposed to be going somewhere, and he wasn't gone that long. He come home and he found his wife in bed with a man and a woman. And drugs. So he's getting a divorce, and I kind of feel bad for him, man. I kind of let myself be used as a ventilation, you know, device, a counselor for him, kind of just to let him talk, you know, someone to talk to about it. And man, he's got so much hatred built up. It's tore his family in two pieces. He was with her long enough to raise 4 kids, almost 4 kids. He raised 2 kids. They're adults now, and the other 2 are still young. You know, like they ain't even in their teens yet. And I guess that's what happens when girl meets drugs and gets an overactive girly parts. You know what I'm saying? It's just a crying shame. Man, I'm feeling for him so bad. I just can't say that enough. I hate to see people go through bad times, and I'm so blessed that I never had to go through a divorce, man. I might have pushed my luck with my wife a lot, but when she got tired of me messing up however I was messing up, she put her foot down. Probably because I didn't mess up too bad. I just kind of, you know, would bend rules here and there. I've never been a hardcore partier, you know what I'm saying? I've always had first thought on my mind was working. That was my passion. And Toothless, get up here. Come on. Come on. Get up here. Get in there. Come on. You can't go. But anyway, so he was fixing to tear down a storage shed, a metal one. He's fixing to tear it down, and I said, dude, if you'll just take the fence down, because we're gonna replace the fence. You see those fences way over there? We're gonna replace the fence anyway. I'm gonna help him out, you know, and we just slid that thing like 20 feet over, and it's outside by the breaker box now on the house. So now the dryer that I've had, that I've moved, when I've moved here, there ain't no room in the house for a dryer. I mean, not unless you want to stick it in a bedroom. So I'm going to put the dryer outside and put it under that shed, and that's going to be our drying room. And then my washing machine is all the way upstairs in the kitchen, and the drain is hooked underneath the sink. Like you can buy that little fitting that goes under the sink that goes for a dishwasher. You can actually take that piece and pipe it in, and then when you want to when you want to hook up the water, you just hook a garden hose splitter to those two hoses going to the washing machine, and then take your kitchen faucet and take that converter, unscrew your faucet tip and screw that to where it changes into a garden hose thread, and you just you hook it up like that, and you run that line under there, and that gives you the washing machine portable. You gotta redneck it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do, because we're tired of spending $50 every time we go to the laundromat. I'm so glad I got that hooked up in the house. Mama's not happy right now. I mean, this place looks terrible. I mean, I've had to make do with what I have, you know. I'm glad to get that filing cabinet turned into a toolbox, because I'm tired of using the refrigerator as a toolbox, you know. Hey, it is what it is. This is what we rednecks do, man. We just do it like it is. See the fence over there? That refrigerator's actually holding up. That's my corner post for the fence, is that refrigerator. It just is what it is. I know it's an eyesore right now, but I'm just doing with what I got, man. And I need to get it cleaned up and start, you know, moving around and start getting more active out here. It's starting to warm up a little bit. It's not that bad. This is a mild winter from what I've experienced here in Fort Worth, man. We've had some sorry, tough winters. And so this is, I'm blessed with this. Jesus, man, this dude is getting rid of everything, man. He's got torches. He's got welders, wire welders, stick welders, oxygen and acetylene, loads of tools. He's got a 1968 Chevy truck with an inline 6 motor, short wheelbase, all original, still runs, original paint, but it's got Bondo on it, and it just hadn't been so I guess you can't call it original paint no more. And I know I'm just babbling on here, but I'm just overwhelmed with all the mess that I got to do something around here. And I sure am feeling for my neighbor, man. God bless him. You know, I can't even imagine how it would feel to come home and find your love of your life not just breaking one rule, but broke 3 rules. Went out and got some drugs, went and got with a girl and a guy. That's three rules. Bang! Strike 3, you're out, is what he told me. He might have been all right with breaking just maybe one of those rules. Maybe not, you know, probably not 2 rules, he says, but 3 rules like that, he says he was just done, man. She says she has overactive girly parts. Alright, well, I'm going to shut this camera off and call this guy up, man. We're going to call this guy Mr. Ed. The guy that I'm fixing to go over there and help him out with this 70 C10. It's a beautiful day. It's going to stay warm for decent. I think Thursday it's going to climb into the 70s, so that ought to be good enough temperature and a little bit of time with some decent amount of sunlight on it, and bake that primer on there. And I guess I'll shut this video down and quit babbling. See y'all later, man. Limpster out.